Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Justice League Infinity, issue number 1. Now, as you know, this is the comic book carry-on from the DC Animated Universe shows, Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. Now, unlike Batman The Adventures Continue, this story and series can happen, because this one seems to suggest this series takes place in 2007 and 8. And it even suggests that Blue Beetle as well joined the team sometime after the Justice League final. And let's get on with this issue. It starts off how a group of aliens see something in the monitor, and it's Amazo. Now keep in mind, in the Justice League Unlimited episode, Waking Dead, Amazo left to try and learn to counter Grundy's magic abilities. So after searching, he finds a sort of unknown door with mystical stuff, goes in, and finds to his shock the answers he was looking for. We see how Martian Manhunter is basically disguised as a woman, saying, "Oh, the boy is such a troublemaker, and you love him for it, don't you?" "Oh, that I do." And so we kind of see how Martian Manhunter and this man basically end their talking, and we see how he's now lived the life of different people after leaving the Justice League. Now, keep in mind, in the final, we did see him finally settle down with a middle-aged woman in China. My either guess is that the woman either passed away or their relationship didn't work. So we kind of see how at the Justice League Watchtower, which seems to suggest they got an upgrade, where Barry runs to find his surprise that the Justice League is holding a surprise party for him. Now, Blue Beetle, I could say, joined the team after the season final of Justice League Unlimited, either suggesting new members did come to fill in new ranks. We see how Barry says, "A surprise party? Nobody's ever thrown a surprise party for me, because not even my own family." "We are your family, Wally." And we kind of see how Batman says, "For the record, I hate birthdays." You have to forgive him, Wally. He has a difficult time expressing his feelings, don't you, Bruce? "You would know." And so we see the team having the party of the time. We see how Shiora and Vixen are still bitter with each other, despite making some effort of being on speaking terms. So we kind of see how the boom tube opens up, and it's Granny Goodness and the Parademons showing up to sort of prove to Apocalypse that they deserve to take over leadership. We see how Granny Goodness says, "Arrogance, Kryptonian whelp. Granny's going to finish you for your insolence." And we see them going against the Justice League. And we see how Amazo is basically unable to take on all the knowledge, destroys a sort of wall. In it leads a dangerous leak. We see how Booster Gold is trying to keep his cake slices safe, and see how Granny Goodness sees as well that Calabac is trying to take over the throne as well, given the fact that in the season final of Justice League Unlimited, him and Luthor did disappear after the antimatter life equation. And we see them saying, "Wearing function-seeking dominants. Too true, and none have gained the broader support of the people." And we kind of see how they realise that the longer they stay, they could cause more harm than good. So we kind of see how basically Mr. Miracle works on the sort of boom tube and has a way to sort of get rid of Granny Goodness in that. We see them trying to contact John Jones, but realizes that he can't stay and be on the team now, so lets them be. So we see how basically Barter and that is getting more impatient with Mr. Miracle waiting, and eventually we see how the ground shakes, and Granny saying, "Now what have you done?" "Me? It is your treachery, witch, this." And we see them being shaped back into Apocalypse, and eventually Batman saying to him about cleaning up the mess, since this is his birthday. We see how Superman and Lois have champagne and dinner. We see how the leak comes through, and we see how Superman ends up becoming Overman, who is meant to be a Nazi version of Superman, saying, "What have you done to me, woman? Answer me, what have you done?" And this is the story. So I would say, unlike Batman, the adventure continues, this one can happen. Given the fact the story seems to suggest it takes place in 2007 or 8, this does kind of show that new members did fill in the ranks. There were other stories near the end of 2006, which we probably never saw happen. So I think this one can happen. So I give this a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.